After this separation of those who trusted Allah and those who are halfway in their faith, Allah now knows who are those who truly trusted Him. Then came down the orders. Listen to the order, because it is so immensely applicable at this moment in the Muslim world, particularly in India. This is the most important ayah of the whole evening, so listen to it. وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى مُوسَى وَأَخِيهِ أَن تَبَوَّأَ لِقَوْمِكُمَا بِمِصْرَ بُيُوتًا وَجَعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. This is a difficult ayah, difficult verse of the Quran. And then we sent down this order to Musa alayhi salam in the form of wahi. What is the order? Divine order. And sent it down not only to Musa alayhi salam but also to his brother Harun alayhi salam. Does anyone know what is the order that I just mentioned? Okay, let's translate it, okay? Let's translate it, and then you tell me. And then we sent down to Musa and to his brother Harun alayhi salam the order that you should establish, construct, build for your qawm, your people, Misra in Misr, buyutan, houses, homes, residences, وَجَعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً, and let your houses be qibla. وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ, and establish salat. And if you do that, وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Good news for you if you do this. Come on. What is the implication of this command? Okay. You don't know the answer. Here is a verse of the Quran which I have translated for you. Maybe I can even translate it in Bahasa for you. But you cannot understand what the verse is saying. Pharaoh, at the time of Musa alayhi salam, is Ramesses II. And this Pharaoh is famous, as his predecessors and successors, famous in history for their grand building projects, building pyramids, building holy monuments and temples in Upper Egypt, building a whole city called Pyramids. All over Egypt, these huge construction were going on. In order to get the manpower to build the pyramids and to build all these temples and all these big statues, and in order to be able to finance it, Egypt needed slaves. So every time Egypt waged war, it was to go and bring slaves to Egypt. And when Egypt defeated, when the pharaohs defeated the Hyksos, one of the reasons why they enslaved Banu Israel was because not only to punish them but also to get free labor, slave labor. And one of the reasons why Pharaoh did not want to release Banu Israel was because he needed the slave labor. The second reason, of course, was because of hatred in their hearts for the Hyksos and for a people who had found favor with the Hyksos. Fraternizing with our enemies, we will not forgive you. So Banu Israel are scattered all over Egypt, like the Muslims of India are scattered all over India. Same situation. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending a message now that the leadership of the Indian Muslims should understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Musa and to his brother Harun, وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى مُوسَى وَأَخِيهِ أَن تَبَوَّأَ لِقَوْمِكُمَا بِمِصْرَ بُيُوتًا. You must leave, your people must leave wherever they are in Egypt and go to Misr. Misr being the eastern delta, not the whole of Egypt. If you say Misr is the whole of Egypt, you cannot make any sense out of this verse of the Quran. So leave wherever you are and go to the eastern delta. Establish your residence there. And وَجَعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً. And when you begin to establish your residence there, then all the rest of the people must move in that direction. Qibla meaning direction. This is for security. It is easy for Fir'aun to attack Banu Israel when they are scattered all over. It is easy for small numbers of armed Hindus to attack Muslims if they are scattered all over. But if you leave wherever you are and consolidate yourself in one area, and you choose an area which is most helpful for you, the eastern delta is strategically the most favorable area for Banu Israel. Why? Because if you have to escape from Egypt, this is the easiest place from which to escape, to safety, out of Egypt. You see? So go to those areas where you would have greater security and also strategically more favorable for an escape. But the leadership of the Indian Muslim community apparently have not understood this story of Musa alayhi salam and Asyura in the Quran. When this had taken place, now Fir'aun is getting grave. When he sees Banu Israel all leaving wherever they are and congregating here, the first suspicion he has is that maybe Musa alayhi salam is planning to enter into an alliance with hostile neighbors, get them to come and help him, and cause the eastern delta to secede. And then Musa alayhi salam will rule over Misr. It is because of this that Fir'aun now declares to his court and to his people, Alaysa li mulku Misr. Do I not have sovereignty over Misr?